Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 12. So with Module 12, you're going to be asked to plan some ideas that you'll use for your editorial on water. You'll also be asked to complete a quiz on word usage. There's an optional task to help you develop an outline for your editorial if you find it helpful. And then you'll be asked to start drafting your editorial on water. So with the generating ideas assignment, this is a pre-writing assignment to help you develop some ideas that you could use for your editorial on water. Please keep in mind that you should choose one specific focus for your editorial. That could be a specific place or a specific group of people or a specific issue that is connected to water. And you can review your generating your thesis statement assignment that you completed in the previous module, and then use this generating ideas assignment to help you develop additional ideas you could use for your editorial. And so in this assignment, you're asked to use at least two of the pre-writing strategies that are described in this assignment. What that means is you might brainstorm or list ideas first, and then you could take some of those ideas and free write about them, or you could develop a cluster map for your editorial ideas first, and then choose some of the ideas you've written in your cluster map and free write about those. And so you're experimenting with using more than one type of free writing, brainstorming, or clustering strategy this week. There are also some questions to use if you find them helpful, such as what is the water issue on which you're focusing? You could describe who, what, when, where, why, and how for this issue. Like who is involved, where is it taking place, what has happened, why does it matter, how can people be involved to help. You could address why the issue is important and what the consequences are or why it matters. You could consider important actions that people could take to solve or minimize the issue. You could consider who would agree or disagree with your ideas and how you would respond. And you can consider if the idea should be made at an individual level with individual people making changes, or if it involves a local community or a full state or country possibly, or worldwide, and why you believe this. And you can also think about the outside evidence you might include to support your ideas. And so an editorial, again, remember, presents an issue, educates the public about the issue, and presents specific actions that can be taken to make the issue better. And so try to consider what you might include in your editorial to meet those purposes, right? To educate and to persuade people to get involved. Then you'll see that there's a word usage quiz. And what this quiz asks you to do is to select which word should be used in a sentence. And these are words that are commonly mixed up, such as the words like whether or weather. And so you'll see some resources in our module, and be sure to read through those resources. And with the resource from C&M, you'll see some words that are commonly mixed up and definitions or how those words are used. And once you've reviewed the resources, then the quiz will have questions that look like this. It'll give you a sentence with a blank in it, and it'll ask you to choose the correct word that should be placed in that blank space. And so if you have any questions about the quiz, feel free to ask me. You can reach me by email and we can talk about how to be sure that we're choosing the correct words in our sentences. Then you're asked to start drafting your editorial on water. And in this section of the course, there is an editorial outline template that can be used to help you create your editorial. You don't need to turn in this template, this outline. It's just there to help you, but it gives you a sense of what you might include in your editorial. And so because this is an academic piece of writing, in our introduction, we're looking for three things. We're looking to see, do we have some way that we're grabbing the reader's attention? You might consider including a quote or a question about the water issue you've selected. Just grab people's attention and encourage them to read more. Also, in academic writing, typically our introduction includes background information. This is why you'll provide basic information to help readers understand the issue and those who are impacted by this issue. And then your thesis statement should be a 1 to 2 sentence statement that describes the issue briefly and proposes a solution or solutions that you'll discuss in your editorial. And so this sentence here, the thesis statement, or 2 sentences, sets up your main idea. And we're going to see in section 1 where you are really describing the issue, right? So considering who's involved, what's happened, when, where, why, and how. You can go back to your generating ideas assignment and use those ideas and create paragraphs or a paragraph. It depends on how complicated the issue is. Make sure you include evidence from an outside source. It should be a source that we've read or viewed in our class. Or if you choose an alternate source, one that you found online, make sure to get it approved by me first, just so I can help you make sure you're on the right track. You should also explain what you think about the issue. And so when we're writing this kind of piece, we don't want just the other sources, the outside sources, to dominate the piece. I want to hear what you think, right? I want you to reflect on what you've learned and explain it in your own words, and include your own examples. And in this section here where you describe the issue, depending on its complexity, you might just have one paragraph that describes the issue, or if it's a very complex issue that impacts multiple communities, you might have several paragraphs. Remember, with each paragraph, we focus on one specific topic. And then in the second section of the editorial, this is where we explore the solution or solutions that are being proposed. And so if you have multiple solutions that you're proposing, the section will include multiple paragraphs, one paragraph for each solution. So here you would describe the solution, include evidence from other sources, explain why the solution is best. You might also consider who would disagree with you and how you would respond to those people. And you might think about listing, if you have more than one solution, including those in order of what's most effective solution, to, next most effective, and then further most effective. So if I have 3 solutions that I'm proposing, I'm probably going to include my most convincing solution first. I'll develop a paragraph about that with details and examples, right? Discussing why it's an important solution and how it should be enacted. And then I might have another paragraph that proposes my next most important solution, also includes evidence and explanation, and so on. And then the final section of the essay should be the conclusion. And in your conclusion, you're going to restate your thesis statement, your main idea, summarize the points that you've made in your essay, and then try to end it in an interesting way. And one way that you can end in an interesting way with an editorial is through what is called a call to action. This is where we encourage other people to get involved. So how could you end your editorial by including readers to get involved, to make this issue better, right? To address the issue. So again, you don't need to turn in this outline, but I hope that this will help you think about how to put together your editorial. You should start developing it this week, because next week you'll be asked to share it with your classmates. You'll also see a module checklist like you usually do, just to help you make sure you've completed the tasks. And as always, I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. We can meet by phone or through Zoom video if you'd like some one-on-one help. Hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.